incredibly happy patch day.
Oh yeah, it would be grand. So how do you pronounce this team? I don't know how to pronounce this. Well, I'm just gonna call them CC. So CC.
I think it's Psycha, but I mean that could be entirely wrong.
I don't know what that means.
I'm gonna go Psycha or CC.
I'm not,
CC first. But looking at the CC team, as I set up here on the defense, we're gonna have Zaroa on the Mercy, Syndrome on the McCree, Showstopper on Lucio, continuing the trend of really flashy Lucio days. Grodu on the Reaper, Kazero on the Reinhardt, and Clever.
Yeah, offensively, they are going to be running their own double McCree. That's Kenzie and Anak. Rubicon and Artie are going to play two scientists of their own. Sharik will be on the Reinhardts, and Dicker, doesn't matter, either way, is going to be Lucio.
Alrighty, so here comes 425. 425, of course, very dominant early. They're not wasting any time. Moving forward off Lucio speed boost. 2 quick kills as Anak and Rubicon going off. Kenzie right now looking for this Lucio pick. Has to be wary of the Reaper behind him, but in general, very decisive early push in here from the side of 425. They do suffer a few losses, but they killed them so quickly that Mercy wasn't even able to build up a res, which is pretty indicative of first point defenses.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy strong. They're gonna have to find an answer to double Winston. I mean, I guess everyone is gonna have to find an answer to double Winston, but they had a Reaper for a moment. They switch off that. They are running double McCree still. It's a pretty good answer to double Winston.
Yeah, double McCree, good versus double Winston. I do like the bash and play against double Winston. In general, can work out. Doesn't always work out, but frequently can. And note here, Shark, very close to getting Earth Shower up, could absolutely set up his team in a moment. Only has to land one more Fire Strike or even a left click, and he can wreak absolute death and destruction against the CC team. And that might be just what's happening here. Earth Shower about to be up. He's looking for it, waiting for that shield to go down from the defense, but as Kenzie and Anak picking up 2 quick kills, Earth Shower should be coming down here in just a moment. 425 with a lot of momentum, they're pushing CC back.
Well, the res keeps them alive momentarily, but the problem is they're going to be fighting into a res. Shark gets a huge Earth Shatter down. Here comes the Sound Barrier defensively.
Earth Shatter does come down, does a whole lot of work. Knock down 2 people, resulting in 2 direct kills. Kenzie in the back now as McCree, able to take down Showstopper. He'll be dropping a Deadeye in a moment. Takes out Mercy with the left click. And 425 again showing a lot of dominance here today.
Yeah, now they're going to the last point, and so this point isn't quite as valid. But I was going to say, if it goes wrong for them again, I wouldn't mind them trying to run a flanker or 2 in. The composition on offense is set up to just push straight forward at you, not super mobile or anything like that, aside from the one Winston. Maybe getting someone near their back lines just to distract, just to do anything to pull them back a little bit would be a good move.
Look at the ults here for 425. It doesn't look like the Pain Train is going to be stopping anytime soon. They have Sound Barrier up. They have Deadeye up. They have a Resurrection. They're loaded for bear. Even Winston can go absolutely crazy for Primal Rage. They have all the tools in their arsenal here. Deadeye coming down as Kenzie picks up the double kill off that Deadeye. And 425 now in a great position. They can move this forward. They pick up 2 additional kills. The Resurrection going to come down, not resurrecting too many people. Kazero actually getting knocked back into the fray by Winston. He is going to go down.
Well,
and this is just absolute dominance coming up from 425.
Small highlight is that Syndrome was able to stop a Deadeye on his own McCree with a nice flashbang into right-click play, but they're in trouble here. They're going to try to group up and come down very late. They do stall it out momentarily.
Stall is there. We have Clever here in the back trying to build up ult for Deadeye, one of the last hopes they have. Kazero with a big Earth Shower going to help take out the Mercy. 2 extra kills here for CC. CC coming alive. This is the best team fight they've had all game. Deadeye might be the finisher here for this hold, and not a bad hold coming out. Thing of note here, though, coming out from both teams, this is the last area of King's Row, and Widowmaker is missing. Not a Widow to be seen on either team.
No, a lot kind of safer and more standard ground play here. I think if the next push gets stalled out, it's something that either team might want to transition into, but right now the defense just is happy to catch their breath.
I mean, they needed to buy this time. We are running more classical stopwatch rules today here, so every second does count. The offense not wasting any time. Anak coming in, takes out Grotu. Defense striking back a little bit. Syndrome comes out with a triple Deadeye. Shark with the Earth Shower, but it's a little bit too little too late. The defense should be able to hold on here, but the Resurrection coming out. Let's not speak too soon. Fallen Heroes back on the way up. 425 not out of this yet. They're making good use of this Resurrection. Anak with the double kill.
Oh,
and now 425
yeah,
off the Peacemaker of Anak might have this. The Mercy Res really setting this up. All we see here from CC is them getting on top of the point. They have to stay on or they will lose, and there it is. They're not able to stay on it. And Mercy Res coming out from Rubicon, really saving that push for 425.
Very fast time.
Play of the game.
Could have been a lot worse, though. They did stabilize the build at the end.
Might actually be the play of the game, that res zone. I agree with this being the play of the game on multiple levels. It's just a res, but it let them cap this point out.
Yeah, Mercy often has to give her life for those resurrections, but knowing when and how to use a res wins teams games. I mean, we saw recently in tournament the most valuable player of the Alienware Monthly Melee was a Mercy, and it wasn't even a question as to the value of that play. Adam on Mercy for Cloud9 won them games single-handedly, and Mercy, pretty good hero.
Indeed. So we are running normal stopwatch rules, which means that Psycha, if they don't want to get knocked in losers bracket, now has to come forward here on Kings Row and beat that time of 4:16. That is going to be a very fast time to beat. We've seen quicker on Kings Row. Kings Row has been sort of a map that we've seen lots of quick variation on in the past. We'll see if that's the case here, but here we go.
To do so on offense, though, I think you have to run double Winston. Not only because it's very good in the meta right now, but because you have to start this fight right away. You can't build and be poking at the corner with your Reinhardt, hoping to hit fire strikes and whatnot. You're gonna have to jump in. People are gonna have to get there with you, and you have to, just play Winston and pray. Although defensively, it looks like they are just gonna run a Symmetra, which is. It's kind of a risky thing in my opinion, knowing that the other team has to beat 420, whatever, for about 420 in the time.
Has to beat 420.
Yeah. So knowing that they have to have a super fast time, they're going to be ultra aggressive, and banking on the Symmetra, I don't know. It just doesn't make 100% sense to me right now.
Alrighty, well, we are looking here at the defense that is coming out from the side of 425. That has to defend for 416. It's going to be Kenzie on the Widowmaker, Artie on the Symmetra, Anak on McCree, Rubicon on Mercy, Dicker on Lucio, and Shark on the Reinhardt. So Shark definitely taking up the torch as main tank player here for 425, and it's been working out. Meanwhile, taking a look here at the offense coming up from the side of Psycha. Kaz is going to be on the Reinhardt again, Showstopper on Lucio. Sort of a mirror here where we saw the double Winston plus Reinhardt coming out from 425. We're also going to see it coming out from Psycha. 2 Winstons and 2 Lucios and a McCree.
I don't like the 2 Lucios. I don't think they have enough damage.
But yeah, I do think it's a little bit light.
Works.
Syndrome's gonna have to do a lot of work here for the side of Psycha if this is supposed to work.
He was their brief bright spot in the last round. So.
He is moving in. Anak, though, with the first kill of the game, punishes one of the Winstons outright. As the defense going strong, both Winstons are down. 3 quick kills here for the defense. Syndrome does take out Shark. Not a bad kill. Oftentimes, offense likes trading out kills, but if you trade out 1 for 3, that is still not worth it. The defense can absolutely recover. And here's the real story here, Hex. Look at Artie. Artie already almost has the teleporter up.
A lot of that passive charge from those sentries cleverly placed. I really liked what Kenzie did there. He was in a position in his back window as Widowmaker, not even exposing himself, not even letting you know he was running Widow. So the Winstons jumped in, they used their jumps, and he just picked them off from above.
We have 2 quick kills here from the defense of 425. They are not stopping. Teleporter is already up. I don't think they know about it on the offensive end, as Anak absolutely going crazy here. Got 2 kills off the Deadeye. Peacemaker to 3rd, and really good play coming out from Anak as the solo McCree here on the defense.
Yeah, and now wall hacks are going to be up. So Kenzie can get done while seeing everyone through the wall.
We see Psycha still hanging on to this 3-tank offense with 2 Lucios. And I think what you said at the beginning is very key. They don't have the DPS they need to actually get the kills. Shark with a big Earth Shark, knocked down 3, and Anak with a bit of follow-up here. And no one's really dying on the defense. They need to change things up, get a little bit more offensive firepower, and I think they're going to have a little bit more success with the pushes. But again, one downside is that because their early push wasn't very successful, they have to deal with the special.
Yeah, and here's a change that makes a ton of sense that I was just going to bring up. It baffles me why they weren't running a Mercy earlier. Not only if you're running into an opposing team with a Resurrection are you putting yourself short-handed, the second Lucio is not adding anything, and if you need that extra DPS, you can damage boost. It makes so much more sense.
All right, Syndrome coming in here with the Deadeye, charging it up. Has to worry about the shield, though, and no, he's going to get flanked from behind for Anak. Anak not having any of that. And now when Syndrome goes down, there's absolutely no DPS left as the offense just gets completely mopped up here. And look at this. Clever just getting charged down by Lucius. He moves down, he goes. And look at the time left to defend here. Only 2 minutes left to defend. I don't think we've ever seen a King's Row time under 2 minutes, and that's effectively what Psycho would have to do here to win this map.
Right.
Not impossible, but very, very unlikely. In fact, they have to win on this next push, or it is absolutely mathematically over. So here they come. They're trying to make things work in their favor. They're finally on double McCree. They have a lot more DPS. We'll see if this works in their favor. Earthshatter is coming down from both sides. Everyone taking a dirt nap. But a Knack and Kenzie absolutely going crazy. Kenzie with the double kill. Makes it a triple. He has no one on him in the back. And this is pretty rough here from Psycho. Psycho, though, with the Mercy Res, hanging in there.
Yeah, really nice
Reinforcements going to be coming in, though, from the teleporter as Kenzie in the back looking for pickups.
They hit their support wombo combo perfectly, and it gave them a little bit of a chance, and that being Resurrect right into Sound Barrier. Resurrection is only dangerous, of course, because you're alive and people get to scope you up and shoot you, but you Sound Barrier there and it keeps you in the fight too. That's the support dream, but not enough there for CC.
CC going to call GG. They know they're not going to be able to bring this back in time with only a minute remaining. They have left the game. So 425 again, looking a cut above as they are going to move on into the round of 8.
Yeah, they look very good. Kenzie's running good on Sniper. They're not making compositional errors. I think there was just, you know, to put it bluntly, there's compositional errors early on from CC. When they started switching, I thought you saw more signs of life. We're running double McCree, running a Mercy gives you chances and second gasp at the thing. Early on, I don't understand two Lucios there at all in any sense of it.
Well, I think the idea there was that, you know, you'd be able to do double Sound Barrier, go in, the tanks would get a lot of work done, but the reality is that you'd still need a bit of extra damage. I mean, you're putting a lot on the McCree. Not only are you putting a lot on the McCree, but you're also giving the defense a really easy way of winning. All they had to do was focus down the McCree play there, and it's like once you're down the McCree, you have no DPS left. You're not going to get the kills you need once he's down. So I think they made it a little bit easy on 425, but, you know, kudos to trying out new compositions at the least. But if they want to get back in and get that rematch at 425, CC is going to have to fight their way through the losers bracket.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of understand what you're saying with a double Sound Barrier would be nice, but I don't think Overwatch